Ladies, gentlemen, it is over. 2020 is over, and I wanted to make a video and just talk about the past year. And it was a whirlwind of a year. Now, you guys know I'm Canadian, so my experience with the world situation, as people call it on YouTube, so they don't get demonetized, is a lot different than someone that's, let's say, in America. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what my year was like. It was probably the most depressing, yet the most successful year of my life by a freaking long shot, not even close. Which makes it just probably the strangest year of my life by a long shot. So let me start at the very beginning and last January. So last January and February, I've talked about this before on stream. I don't know if I've ever talked about it in a video, but every January and February, I legitimately get depressed. It's seasonal affective disorder, and basically it's the lack of vitamin D from not being outside makes it so I'm just a little bit sad. Now, this isn't anything you have to worry about. I've had this since like literally grade 9, and I'm just used to it at this point. And normally, the thing that gets me through it is traveling. So last year, at the end of 2019, I went to Las Vegas, and then I believe in January and February, I went to LA twice. One was, I can't remember what January was for, but February was for the launch of Warzone, which we're going to talk about in a second. And generally, those trips going to somewhere sunny with warm weather and just being in a new scenery really helps me out. This year, that's not happening because of the Rona. And literally Ontario, which is where I live, is on lockdown right now. Like, I can't go anywhere. I can't go to another household. I live alone with Dexy Boy, and it's just me and him for a month, which kind of sucks. But at least I have the Dexy Boy this year to keep me company. Now, last year, I was actually traveling quite a bit before the whole lockdown of the world happened. And it was a completely normal year. I went in February to go play Warzone early. We got the gameplay. And the minute I got back from LA, I got sick. Like, I got fever, I got cough, I got sore throat, which if you looked at the news in the past year, are all symptoms of the Rona. Now, at the time, there was 0 cases of the Rona in Canada, and I called Health Canada, and I was like, hey, do I need to go get tested? I was just in LA. I have every single symptom of this virus, and I don't know what to do. And they told me, we've had 0 cases here. There's nothing to worry about. Don't worry about getting tested. So I didn't. I got better in about 2 days, which, of course, at that point, I had nothing to worry about. I quarantined for 2 weeks because I just got back from a trip and I was sick. So I'm like, we're going to be safe here. I'll just quarantine, not see anyone. And then at the end of the 2 weeks, the day the 2 weeks ended, Ontario went into lockdown. Full on lockdown. You can't go anywhere. They closed all unnecessary services. Everything closed. So I've actually been on the lockdown or social distancing protocols for longer than everyone else because I was for 2 weeks earlier. And that, generally speaking, at the beginning of March, where things start to get a little bit warmer, a little bit more sun, the days aren't as short, that's when I start to like come out of my shell and be a lot less depressed because of the cold and because of the lack of sun. But all of a sudden, I couldn't see my friends. I couldn't go anywhere. I knew there was going to be no flights or trips planned in probably the rest of the year. And that made me more sad. Now, once April happened and I could go outside and I could golf and I could go golfing with friends because you could social distance. If you guys didn't know, I really love golfing. Then I snapped out of that depression. I hate calling it depression because it's really not depression. But another really weird thing about this time is in March is when, I believe it was March, is when Warzone came out. And if you look at a graph of not even just Warzone, if you look at my channel, if you look at all YouTube channels, video games and social media blew the fuck up in March. It literally went bananas, and it was because everyone was stuck at home. They couldn't go out and socialize with their friends, so the closest thing that they could get to that was video games and YouTube and Instagram and all of these things that could make you still feel connected. And my channel blew up at that point. And I've had months before where my channel has gone bananas. In Black Ops 3, I got 100,000 subscribers in July of that year. And this year was just so consistently big because people were at home. I don't know if I will ever be that successful on YouTube ever again. It was absolutely insane, unprecedented, and my life would be vastly different if it wasn't for that. Now, after this time, Warzone came out. People were playing it a ton, and honestly, I have to say, two people probably won the Ronavirus the most, and that was Activision with Warzone. I think them realizing that releasing a free-to-play game with reasonable microtransactions means a lot of money in their pocket. And I think the thing that started them realizing that was Call of Duty Mobile, which I actually have a completely separate video planned on the main channel about that. But I think they really realized that with Warzone, and they've been kind of just trying to cash in on that more and more throughout this year and probably going forward through the next couple of years, and I'm really interested to see what they do with that. The other company that really hit a grand slam with this was Animal Crossing. I think Animal Crossing is now one of Nintendo's most top selling games of all time. I believe. I could be totally wrong with that. And it was like a perfect storm for them because it came out at a time where everyone was unsure, sad, depressed about everything. And this really cutesy, fun, relaxing game comes out that everyone wanted to play. The console itself, Switch, is relatively cheap compared to buying a brand new PC. And everyone was getting it. I think every single one of my friends in real life and on YouTube had the game. Their girlfriend had the game. They were playing it together. And you're going to see other people's... It was a perfect storm for Animal Crossing, and I don't know if we'll ever see anything like that ever again. So those two games really cashed in. And then after that point, because the YouTube channel blew up, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and Warzone had a lot more attention on it, so more traffic was driven to my channel because I was covering the news of the games and I was covering the story of the games, as you know how I usually do. And because of that, the channel blew up. In a year, we got 500,000 subscribers. I think I got 91 million views this year, which is the most I ever got. I think before this it was 44 million, so over double my normal year. It was insane. And because of this, I was able to do some really cool things with my life. I bought a house. I was not planning on buying a house at the beginning of this year. I talked about it, and I was like, because I live in like the vicinity of Toronto, I like not even that close to it. Houses here are really expensive, and I was like, I don't know if I can afford one by myself. I live alone. I bought a house, and I love the house. I can't wait for summer once I can open the pool again. And once that happens, I will do a house tour for you guys. And after I'm done recording this video, I'm going to finally set up my new office, so you guys will see that soon. And yeah, I bought a house. And then after that, actually, it was only 30 days after I got the house, I found out Dexter was born. And of course, I got Dexter, and he's awesome. So in two huge ways, buying a house and getting a doggo, my life has completely changed this year. In great ways. Both of those are extreme positives. And honestly, if anything will get me through the next month of shitty weather in Canada and not being able to travel anywhere, it's that little frickin' puppy. So yeah, all of that was incredibly, incredibly good. So like, I'll just say, like, financially, and like in my like normal life outside of YouTube, this has been my most successful year of my life by a long shot. YouTube as well, most successful by a long shot. And it makes me think about the future and where I go from here. I have goals. You'll notice that by the end of 2020, I was uploading a lot more to this channel. And the reason for that is because I can do videos like this, where I just talk to you guys, tell you what's going on in my life. And originally, when I first started doing this again, I wanted to do a Let's Play channel, similar to someone like T Martin's second channel, or I guess it's probably his main channel now, where he uploads like 5 videos a day of Let's Plays. And I think I've slowly realized that is not what I want to do. One of my goals for this year, by the end of the year, it doesn't have to be through the whole year, I want to get to daily uploads on this channel, and it'll be various different things like we've done on here, like reacting to things like live rescue, to trailers, various Call of Duty live streams, things along those lines. And then of course, we're still going to have Let's Plays of games that I want to play. I'm just not going to play the ones that I think you guys want to see. It's going to be the ones that I enjoy playing. And for me to do that, I have also realized that I need an editor. Now, I tried to get an editor earlier this year for this channel, but one, I found a lot of people worked too slow. and I need to be a good editor, and I'm willing to pay. I'm willing to pay a salary for someone who wants to do that. So if you're watching this, you're good at editing videos. That's a key. You got to be good at it. Feel free to check out my business email. It's linked on my Twitter and I think Instagram. And send me some of your work, and if I like it, we'll talk and figure things out from there. But I want to get this channel to daily uploads by the end of the year. So what are my goals for this year? It's hard. I have YouTube goals and social media goals, and then I have like real life goals. So for YouTube, the main channel is kind of hard because like, where do you go? Like, I didn't even mention this. We had 1 million subscribers this year. We went from 500,000 to 1 million this year, and it is insane. Like I never saw that coming this year. And like, where do you go after that? Like, I think I texted my grandpa and I said, let's aim for 1.4 million by the end of next year. I think that's a really reasonable goal. And if we do better than that, we do better. We do worse, we do worse. It's not a huge deal. This channel, though, I want to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And I think if we upload consistently and I promote it on the main channel, we can knock that out of the park for sure. But part of that is me finding an editor. So, there's that. Aside from that, I just kind of want to keep doing what I'm doing, and I want to make my story videos better. It has nothing to do with them getting more views. It has nothing to do with likes or anything like that. I want to be proud of that product I make. My story videos are the thing I love to make. They're the thing I'm passionate about, and I think it comes across when I make those videos. I want to take those to the next level, and I don't exactly know what that means yet, but I feel like every time I make one, they get better and better. And my top video for last year wasn't a Modern Warfare video. It was a Call of Duty Ghost video, of all things. And didn't see that one coming, but it just shows you that if I'm passionate about a video and I do it well, I think it'll just do well and you guys will enjoy it as well. Now, as far as real life goes, I don't really, like, I'm not like setting any like lose this amount of weight by the end of the year or anything like that. I want to get up earlier. Lately, I've been waking up at around 11 a.m. I want to get up around 9 and have that consistent. I'm really bad at that. So that's one thing I think is pretty easy that I can do. And then I don't know, like all of the goals, I don't even remember what my goals were for last year, but it didn't even end up being what I did. Instead, I bought a house and got a dog. That wasn't in the cards. So I think just kind of picking goals as I go might be my goal. Maybe that sounds super dumb, but like, instead of just like, by the end of this year, 12 months later, I want to have this done. I think it's like, no, like every month or every week or every day even, wake up and just be like, this is what I want to get done today. And maybe just setting goals is my goal. That sounds really dumb. Anyway, I just rambled for a really long time. I hope I made at all. I didn't write anything down for this video or even think of it ahead of time. I just thought it'd be an interesting video. I hope it made sense. It might not have made sense. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you enjoy these type of things, these rambles, I've got a couple more videos coming over the next couple of days. I got live reactions.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust.
Be sure to hit the subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed this video, and happy 2021.
We are